Okay, abusuya be makwa aba strong so edeba POG Media so abusuya yembonra yensemu no Afenyo Markins and during John Dramani Mahama ni SONA just say ni speech of Bekan or Parliament and I say State of the Nations address now or the buy no abusuya Afenyo Markins wakoje enguase or majority in Parliament NDC or more abonin tutua abusuya enye assembly to apra any word anywhere and just say ujina hono and a no pa away in front of John Dramani Mahama abusuya yense momreno momiankona yenkonkuti and some a course na answer ne bekono or and some can be a fashion your comment section like it share my front so answer into me and kebi POG Media so madam say
you have 1 more minute.
Mr. Speaker, when Akuffo was here on his last SONA, Akuffo had patience for Emmanuel Kofi to speak. Mr. Speaker, there must be patience for the minority side. I cannot be limited, Mr. Speaker. Let me finish. Mr. Speaker, what we have heard today fails to acknowledge the strides made in the last 8 years. Mr. Speaker, the President failed to acknowledge that he came to meet a peaceful and a stable country. 2, the President failed to tell us that he came to meet a public and civil service that the government, in spite of all challenges, was able to pay consistently. Mr. Speaker, the President failed to tell us that in spite of all the crisis, consistently, the Akuffo government was able to increase wages. And the minimum we did was 11% as compared to his 10%.
Honorable Minority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, to conclude.
Your time is up.
Mr. Speaker, to conclude.
You have 1 more minute.
Mr. Speaker, when Akuffo was here on his last SONA, Akuffo had patience for Emmanuel Kofi to speak. Mr. Speaker, there must be patience for the minority side. I cannot be limited, Mr. Speaker. Let me finish. Mr. Speaker, what we have heard today fails to acknowledge the strides made in the last 8 years. Mr. Speaker, The president failed to acknowledge that he came to meet a peaceful and a stable country. 2, the president failed to tell us that he came to meet a public and civil service that the government, in spite of all challenges, was able to pay consistently. Mr. Speaker, the president failed to tell us that in spite of all the crisis, consistently, the Akuffo government was able to increase wages. And the minimum we did was 11% as compared to his 10%.
Honorable Minority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, to conclude.
your time is
Mr.
up.
Speaker, to conclude.
Afenyo Markin. From the day a MPP for about Parliament, ebe minority, me catch a Ghana for say, Afenyo Markin will never get anything done for the MPP in Parliament. 50 days on to 10 be around. And then Afenyo Markin say, Deputy Attorney General na and then no more veteran or sini buofu or munjai veteran. The reason is simple. Yen in politics and we know what is going on. Afenyo Markin, the all one presidential ambition and all building. He's using the foolish masses. He's using the foolish MPP masses to build his political career. Because you don't have the numbers to stop the Deputy Attorney General from being nominated or being endorsed. So why don't you sit through a veteran? But you see, from day one, Mekacha must say, Ghana for Namubufu and Afenyo Markin, Jimmy Hondodo, Argentina majority na edin. Afenyo Markin cannot stop anything in Parliament. He cannot. And you see, when we say Omomudine Chinoma Jimmy, when we say MPP based, he's building his own political career. He's building his own presidential ambition. Afenyo Markin, who's the MPP for the Jimmy, Afenyo Markin, he will never make any space in the NDC. They're all, and yet they'll space for NDC muda. But in the MPP, because he knows the foolish masses are a lot, he is using them. From day one, Obura Parliament, ever seen there, and then Afenyo Markin to stop it. More MPP for Mumusa Mosa question. No, hey, Afenyo, wakasa, wabo say, hey, I'm sorry. Has he been able to stop a single thing? No. But the news is all about him. It's more party, Nankasano. There's no news about your party. Your party, the news is about this fool. Because we're studying, we're reading when we say Mudu Mwe Jimmy. We're reading when we say Mudu Munim Nyansa. Into or the more and a building home. Afenyo Markin, the more MPP for no or the building home, and I can tell you on authority, he can never stop the NDC from implementing anything in this country. On to me stopping the majority in Parliament from doing anything. He can't. He knows. Oshioma behind the scenes, okay? He told one of his friends or NDC and he said, MP vote with Jimmy, I'll use them to be president. Yes, he knows. He knows the people are foolish. He knows the party is filled with stupid people. Inti obe ridiomo, we ridiomo, obe usiomo. Inti as we speak, okachre eye NPP for no say. Eye den omunjai eye vetin no mun sorry nko. It's all about him. It's all about him being on the front page. It's all about him being mentioned. He is building his career. He knows it's a party no Jimmy. In the time will come, Afenyo Markin will come and tell you, say, time your co-position, I was the one who was head. Because he wants the tabloids to pick him. Because he wants to be the headliner. Afenyo Markin who's a party no Jimmy. And anytime catch a Ghana for, have patience for the NDC. Have patience for John Mahama. The NPP can never stop anything that John Mahama saw, and he's going to do everything that he has promised. John Mahama will deliver. The NDC as a political party, they will deliver. And you see, anything I make catch say, party no mutimino, a points party, a points of one issue. Akroma, cluster of thieves, they know, say, the followers of the party, they are stupid. Now, then, and the ultimate now catch them say, Obiana Olidi 137 MPs in Parliament. Omunyina Komanaka 80 or catch us obetuma stop it. A majority of 188. Wait Jimmy, actually wait Jimmy because I'm not sure what you did. From there, John Mahama be president. Ebesinde, has the NPP, have they been able to stop anything in parliament? They can't. So the reality, say, they need to tell their base, their followers, we are useless. We need to be working from home. So boy way, guy way, Afenyo can Akuffo way. So NPP followers, so because say, guys, at this point, we need to be working from home. These are supposed to be babysitters MP. They need to be babysitting. They need to stay at home. They need to be working from home. We need to give them HP laptops for them to be working from home. They are not supposed to be in parliament. Nobody should be distracted by Afenyo Markin's antics and foolishness. He is building his political resume. Or they building a home. He does not care about the MPP. In the first place, or who say partner can for MPP for Jimmy. And that is what he is carrying in his head. Or who was so Jimmy into him, or one was I own any back obedi, Eddie Asantifo him, obey you sumo, obey you sumo. You sumo. Or the mobile deals, or the mobile ska, or side the mobile building the political career. And so far, for the 50 days now, Akosono, have you heard anything about MPP, Caucus, or more parliament, what they intend to do? No, it's all about Afenyo Markin said this, Afenyo Markin said that, Afenyo Markin is saying sorry, Afenyo Markin said I apologize, Afenyo Markin is angry. It is all about Afenyo Markin. The party is gone under the bridge. But me nkwana betuma catch them because I was one of you. And I'm who nyansa who some Jimmy. Into more munim nyansa and muntie na munfrim. These are the facts. Now, my mention idea. Jandam was system. Let's kill the Jandam. Me say no kre any the better Ghana. No krentina John Mahama president. No krentina Professor Nano Pukwajima vice president. No kre any bema Eddie Ghana near Pese Chichino. Sa no kre no a bit mabua Ghana. Let's kill Jandam. Yebeku Jandam. It's time to kill Jandam. A very interesting story I want us to look at. Now, near to Kromha, near to her, and Sam George, Akuffo, NPP, and NDC for our vetting committee. Sam George, at the end of the day, excelled. Ghana for you know who say, John Dramani Mahama or Sam George say, Ombeye communications minister, no, John Mahama did not make a mistake. Now, near to Kromha, and omoko parliamentar omoko akwaji Sam George atum se on the ye communications minister no yehu sa akwa we ya ohu MPP fo so bojimi say he Afenyo Markin president no pay you wa hwehwe MPP mo hu se mo agimi and wo hu se mo mubunu dodo no mo nkenkan mo ye nkwasiafo ma obe use mo ni enti Ghana and Afenyo Markin begina parliament ka kire Ghana for say opokoro ne nsa afri eyedien the endorsement of Sam George, and that Sam George na yebe minister no onene imponchi no mudi chino omo de oma hohoro monsa. They have nothing to do with it. That comedy didn't it happen in parliament? So I thought to say, as we speak, you know, Sam George as the communications minister, no, the NPP in parliament as a political party, they don't recognize him as a minister. Anamebwa. That is what every rational, intelligent human being be able to. Because okay, yes, say akwa we de engine tum ya ohore yansa. John Mahama na den ma ye yempeno ye de endorse na mo endorse na engine tum ye hu ne say oye minister. We don't see him as a minister. Until the moment obeka sa no, then it means say Sam George dwumadie bia odi bia no. Unni ho kwai say wo do kwasia bebusa no question if you say we di nka hohoro wonsa. Et say wa wo ba na wafra obana ba fie na waka che ne se ma po bra ma wo ma hohoro men se firi obra ho ma po bra ma wo intade be kina be kona mema du egu ni so a se wa po de bra ma no it is a utwam na se one kobna taredan ho na ye body to ni tishe gatem te se vim lady ni tishe gatem na ye born doggy paper nti na o kem me obetwam na oba na ye de ni tise ye de apem ye de edan ai ye de ntuma ahye eye empechi se na be ya mpare nye dede na ye de ni ti sei ekua poki ye de atare mpa na ye body to no kem me because of paper se wo se wo po ne brama no enti se wo po ne brama na adentina sa akora no obotutu wo Maryland dia wo badge krata how and they are sorry ya Afenyo Markin say I want the Minister of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations to brief us on the steps government is taking to resource GBC. Kwasi ampenyi na osi ono o endorse Sam George no. Kwasi ampenyi na osi omo hohoro omo nsa endorsement no mo nka ho. The Sam George baby ano they don't have nothing to do with it. Sa kwasia we gina parliament eyi nsuo hohoro ne nsa no. Kwasia we sa ka kire se Sam George mbra me ma ne answer. Also ye kwasia. Me ka kire mo say Afenyo Markin we Jimmy 43 years to today. We hu se mo party mo Jimmy. Onim se mo mududu no mo Jimmy. Oba wa pono. Dipa wa endorse no. Why do you need answers from him? We are kwasia. And you see, the reason why we don't allow these people, or we always step on their neck and they say, we need to let them understand. They say, oh, MPs keke o munim nyansa nche obia. Tell me question pay you in parliament ASR concert. MPP the 87 pigs no bugu chino yes I was telling myself that this guy is a fucking idiot. He is basically leading this group of sheep into a ditch. They are so stupid, they don't know that the actions of Afenyo Markin, it is denigrating and it's also making the NPP unattractive to even the so-called neutrals. Into the guy's foolishness and drama now, one, he cannot stop any endorsement in parliament. Afenyo Markin bet to me, Ari, Koto Ewo Ghana, to me stop anything in parliament. So John Mahama and there, okay, so be a better 6 months of Ghana, to me be beyond from parliament. It will happen. So when the deny this criminal, this thief who has stolen Winnie Bafuasa for 99 years, this guy, I was shocked. Na party no, but I'm not surprised because Madam Patricia Apiejei na medwen say dwene woni trimoni nyansa ena wa ma akwara we akwara kitikiti kronfo we di party denim e wo parliament ena wo ma me panyina wo tofu dwene o sori na obobo ntoma hye wonufu ase edi nkutu afa ho abo wuti abetena parliament na small boy jimifo we ya te party ne enwo no ahorani a onim ne kurom ntene kasa ama kwasia we abegina party denim e twetwem te se ndompe na kwasia we gina parliament e hohoro ne nsa efutu PDD obia otumi esuma obi se obi mba yankofa omo na onsan defend omo kromfo we na apiejei motete ho na jimini we hohoro ne nsa ade akyin a nipa na wapo de bra man na wontumi endorse no o ka kire ne se ombra na ombema wo answer ombema onni answer na se wo si answer. I thought Sam George was only endorsed by the NDC. So it's only the NDC that has the right to call Sam George for questioning. And I thought Sam George was only endorsed by the NDC. So why is the MPP led by a pig now bringing Sam George back? I thought you people didn't want to have anything to do with him. They be a catch the Ghana for, me catch the MPP for, until you change your ways, your leadership, the way they think. This a futu PDD. At the end of the day, a pedophile, a defender. Way, okwaji obi yere ema nipa no nua akofa obi ba ema defending Afenyo Markin. A pedophile defender. A futu PDD way baby oil asra ne ho a ode ne nam Ghana ne ho nyenya we no. Wasem mo party na mo di mo Jimmy di nechi. Why is he calling Sam George to come? He has no principles. This guy is so foolish. He acts on impulse. He is not able to think through issues. And you see, what Dinka Tnase analyze a party, no, we weigh on a level of intelligence. We weigh on when we say, Omo Jimmy. We weigh on when we say, Omo base no any nyansa. We weigh on when we say, Omo is saying kramai. So what he does, and then they say, he always touch, or touch on nerves. Yeah, we don't understand. We don't want to do this. No, Jimmy. Yeah, party no, Omo Jimmy. Where Johnson and Johnson MPO, baby oil jare the tron say stram e che we hu yere no de chire me odon kwa se ma me boat mu to atwene we Johnson & Johnson MP we Johnson & Johnson minority leader we PDD efutu PDD ono no otumi ji obi yere no asama nipa no a waje ne yere no ne ma osa tata ne ma we such a filthy ingrate we and a moto so na party amote ya Asante for party amona mo say mo nananom na teye na mama kwasi ampe yiwe onim ne chi abeje party na boso keka nkwasi asem ontumi stop akokɔ for in parliament. We Johnson & Johnson minority leader we baby oil dware ne ma efutu PDD sakwa we odemu be ye adwuma odemu be gisika odemu be building a career ohun se mo agimi your base is so weak. Efutu PDD nim said NPP base now utia asem we are you not surprised because enya Afenyo we na ka say eye Sam George there and these NPP4 they have nothing to do with him. Now, who's the question of on your day? I'm judging my answer now on your day. So, who endorse no? You don't recognize him as a menace.
Okay, abusunya winning and sama ekoso ewo political highway so Afenyo Markins and it say a majority in parliament omo eku na nima ase eboni ntutu a enye aseketo akrebe abusunya e better ma 6 mo chepe ne kokoti za audio wi e de emaya ha POG Media so